Sous les lumières de Paris, elle revient douce magie. Son pas léger sur les pavés, le vent murmure son nom secret. Bienvenue à Paris, Meghan. The city shines when you arrive. Les roses dansent, les cœurs s'élancent. You make the city of light alive. The sun remembers every glance of stories dressed in elegance. Balenciaga dreams unfold as cameras flash like threads of gold.
In a city built on elegance and reinvention, Meghan Sussex's surprise appearance at Paris Fashion Week was less of a comeback than a quiet declaration. A woman fluent in the language of grace, purpose, and strategy. Welcome. This is Majesty Sussex Report, and I'm Antonio. Thank you for spending some of your valuable time here with us.
Oh, la belle étrangère, libre, sincère lumière, Paris t'embrasse encore comme une muse qu'on adore. Bienvenue à Paris, Meghan. Your grace a timeless flame. Les étoiles chantent ton nom. Paris is never quite the same. Sous les étoiles, bienvenue à Paris.
Paris knows spectacle. But what unfolded at the Balenciaga show this week was not spectacle. It was precision. Let me repeat that. It was not spectacle. It was precision. As the lights dimmed and flashbulbs pulsed, Meghan Sussex entered the room not as a royal nor a celebrity, but as an artist revisiting her old canvas. Cloaked in ivory, an oversized shirt, wide legged trouser, and a shawl that felt like a soft armor. She walked into the heart of fashion's most scrutinizing arena with that rarest of accessories, composure. For Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, this was not her first front row seat. Long before palaces and press wars and, those people, there were red carpets in Toronto and New York, and the fashion weeks that once treated her as one of their own. Yet this, Paris, Balenciaga, Piccioli, marked something different. It wasn't nostalgia, it was evolution. The moment was anchored by friendship. Pierpaolo Piccioli, newly appointed as Balenciaga's creative director after his luminous tenure at Valentino, has been a quiet collaborator with Meghan's life for years. His work has dressed her through milestones, from that scarlet cape in Morocco, oh, I loved it, to the gleaming white mini dress at Global Citizen Live in New York. Their bond is one of shared sensibility, modern elegance rooted in respect. Her appearance in Paris was, as her team gently framed it, a reflection of years of artistry and friendship. But between the lines, it was also a strategic alignment. Meghan lending her presence to a designer whose philosophy mirrors her own: intelligence, inclusion, and integrity.
Sous les lumières de Paris, elle revient douce magie. Son pas léger sur les pavés, le vent murmure son nom secret. Bienvenue à Paris, Meghan. The city shines when you arrive. Les roses dansent, les cœurs s'élancent. You make the city of light alive. The sun remembers every glance of stories dressed in elegance. Balenciaga dreams unfold as cameras flash like threads of gold. Oh, la belle étrangère, libre, sincère, lumière, Paris t'embrasse encore comme une muse qu'on
The media, predictably, clamored for angles, well, and other things. Some of them invented stories, some of them took stories from podcasters and tried to make something that wasn't real. Oh, sad state of the British media press. Now, some of them were wondering, was this a return, a rebrand? I'm so sick of that word, rebrand. A soft launch for her next chapter? Look, perhaps it's all of those things, and perhaps it's none of those things. But the truth, if you look closely, I think it's simpler and deeper. Meghan Sussex Paris debut wasn't about reclaiming fame. It was about reclaiming authorship. She understands the currency of visibility and how to spend it wisely. A fleeting appearance at Balenciaga carries more narrative power than 1,000 interviews. It says simply, I'm here on my terms, in my time. In that sense, she joins a lineage of women who've used fashion not as vanity, but as vocabulary. First that comes to mind is Princess Diana. Meghan recognizes that the cut of a coat or the color of silk can be political, spiritual even. A soft revolution in satin, in an industry built on surface. She reminds it of soul. Piccioli debut itself was a meditation on legacy, an homage to the designers before him, a call for intelligence and care in an age of ego. Fashion never talks about intelligence, he told Vogue. We need to manage this moment with more respect. It's no wonder Meghan was there. Respect is her quiet rebellion. When she emerged later that evening in a second look, a black asymmetrical gown draped across one shoulder. Ooh la la. It was pure theater of restraint. The silhouette was bold, the mood monastic. But the woman wearing it was radiant with control. Paris might have been expecting a spectacle. Ta 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 ta! What it got was poise, personified, just elegance. And perhaps that's the story that lingers after the last camera shutters. That after years of noise, of speculation, of narratives imposed by others, Meghan Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex, has mastered the art of narrative without words. Her Paris Fashion Week debut was a statement written in movement, color, and calm. It was not a comeback, it was a continuation. In an age that confuses exposure with power, she has chosen elegance as her language and discernment as her currency. The Duchess didn't just attend a fashion show, she redefined what showing up can mean. Hmm. And as Paris, city of light, of reinvention, it looked on and could almost sense it whispering back, as ever, Meghan. Paris te voit. Bienvenue.
Even more, if you needed one more proof that royal family fans, also known as the Rangers, and the British tabs, the media, the press, are working hand in hand, here it is. So the Daily Mail printed this in their paper, and my post picked it up as well. Where did it start from? Trolls online. So this troll wrote this. She's a big Meghan hater and she makes money off of Meghan's name on YouTube. And so she wrote this. I had to correct it because the good people on Twitter, they did the investigation. Shout out to Rebecca on Twitter. I saw this on her page. So basically, Meghan didn't go near the bridge of what happened to Diana. So these trolls started this rumor and the press picked it up and printed it without checking. Or maybe they did check and they know that a lot of people are going to read that and then hate Meghan even more. They don't care about accuracy. They just want to lie. Because you cannot tell me a paper like Daily Mail, we know that this is a tabloid. We know that we know they lie, they make things up. But this is just too much of a mistake that you wouldn't know. That was not the bridge of what happened to Diana. That was not the bridge or tunnel of what happened to Diana. So they lie, they manipulate truth, they twist things because they know that the first thing is people are going to believe it and run with it. And then if they do a retraction like this troll did, people won't even see it. I don't know if Daily Mail's corrected it, but people aren't going to see that. The derangers who don't think were already running with it, saying she did this, Diana, blah, blah, blah. They don't care the kind of lies they lie about Meghan. Imagine creating a lie like that. Of course, even neutral people who don't know what's going on are going to be like, why would she do that? But she didn't do that. I continue to do this thing to Meghan because she looked so good at the Paris Fashion Week. She looked amazing, stunning. Everyone were talking about it all over the world. But they couldn't have that, could they? They just had to throw this in and lie about her. And it's literally getting out of hand. No, what am I saying? It has gotten out of hand years ago. But we'll keep calling them out. We'll keep debunking it. Absolutely ridiculous.
Just wanted to pop on and say thank you so much for all the love and support. It's been so overwhelming, to be honest. Like, you guys really took to this makeup. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Ben, too, we're just kind of dumbfounded by all the love. But I wanted to jump on here and just kind of share what I used and how I used it. I did my usual skin prep with her, which was a lot of Tatcha. And I'm not saying that because I'm with the brand, but it's a skincare ritual that has been in my kit and I use on all my clients for years. The switch up was I actually mixed the Tatcha Longevity Serum in with the foundation, and I think that added another layer of radiance to her makeup that just made her look even more juicy and glowy. I use foundation a lot with my hands. So when I apply it, I'm applying it like a massage, like I do with my skincare. I'll go in with a brush to add more coverage, and then I use a sponge to blend it out, but I never apply foundation with a sponge, and I never apply foundation directly to the brush to the face. Regarding powder, she has powder only in the T-zone of her face. There's no loose powder all over. I just wanted to knock out the shine that happens in the middle of her forehead and around her nose. And that powder I used was a Paris Berlin press powder. They're a makeup brand local to Paris. You can only get it in Paris, I believe. And every time I'm in Paris, I always go there to shop. It's like a theatrical industry makeup store, which is awesome. Her cheek is the Tom Ford contour cream. I only use the contour. I kind of use it like a bronzer. And on top of it was the Tatcha serum stick. So it gave that added radiance to that. We just wanted to keep everything light, fresh, radiant. Just flew in, and your skin gets dehydrated from the plane. So I just wanted to bring some hydration back into her skin and just bring some life to it. Her lipstick, I had several Tom Ford lipstick options, and the one that she chose was Iconic Nude, which is like this beautiful mauve pink, and we used Makeup Forever lip liner. And that was pretty much it. Her eyeshadow was just like browns, did a halo effect, mascara. I introduced her to this MAC mascara, which she loved. It was all about like beautiful structured brows, keeping everything fresh and polished. When you come from fashion like I do, it's not about the makeup. It's about just looking beautiful, radiant, polished, skin. I would love to get her in a lip one day. Megan, if you're watching this, let's do a lip. I'd love to see you in a lip. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I mean, I must throw my hat also into the ring and say, with everyone else, I think it did a great job. I mean, Megan looked spectacular. I mean, she always does, but that whole sort of, it's almost like they had put polished on her face and polished her face. It was just so radiant, so absolutely beautiful, and that slick back bun, just perfection, perfection. So Daniel Martin, we've seen him in As Ever. No, not As Ever. With Love, Megan, and Ben Skirvin. I think that's. I do apologize. I'm probably mispronouncing your last name. Ben is Skervin. Skirvin or Skirvin. I am so bad at pronouncing names. My apologies. But one of the things that I also absolutely love is these guys have known Megan for a long time. You know, she is committed to the people that she works with, and she always finds moments in time to elevate them also, right? To let people know who they are. Just excellent work, guys. Bravo, bravo. Um, I'm not sure if you, I mean, I'm sure most of you by this time must have seen the clip where, you can hear people just going, oh, that's Megan, or, oh, iconic. Um, so I've got it here, and I got it off of Nikki Ogunake. She's the editor in chief of Marie Claire, and I'm guessing it's her group. You can hear. I'm not sure, but um, that's where I got the video from her Instagram reels. So let's give a listen. You may hear it a couple of times. It's just kind of fun to listen to. It's just really great. And now to the chorus of the predictable, the British press. The Daily Express and its siblings in the parish of perpetual smear. Those professional scavengers of innuendo who treat Meghan Sussex the way hyenas treat sunlight, something to howl at, but never understand why they're doing it. One headline calls her awkward, another idiotic, and still another, as if with a trembling sense of occasion, declares her beyond stupid. The irony is almost Shakespearean. Here is a woman fluent in three languages, steeped in diplomacy, and capable of commanding the world's stage with nothing more than a raised eyebrow. Yet, to them, she is a silhouette to be torn apart. And for what? For sport, or to obey some contract that they've got. Well, we know also to make money. These are not newspapers. They're not bastion of proper information and journalistic integrity, allegedly. They are echo chambers of envy dressed up as journalism. The British press, for the most part, ever allergic to dignity, cannot abide a woman who refuses to bow, literally or figuratively. Meghan's truth, offense, or her true offense, has always been one of sovereignty, not of title, but of self. She left their theater, and now they rage that the play continues without them. They have mistaken distance for weakness and her silence for surrender. But make no mistake, Paris, Paris, was her rebuttal. While the Express and all the others scribble nonsense in their newspapers and on their shows, their stale vocabulary of awkward moments and royal feuds, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, was sitting front row at Balenciaga, an institution built on artistry and intellect. Her presence invited, her purpose understood. She doesn't need to shout. The room listens when she enters. We just show you the proof. So let the papers squall all they want and scratch and itch and do whatever they do. Misinterpret history, pretend they don't understand what's going on to misinform their public. History has always been written by those who show up with grace when others show up with gossip, at least in this instant. Meghan showed up in Paris not to reclaim a throne, but to remind the world that she never needed one. And in that city of light, against all the noise, She showed up as ever. Indeed, she did. I debated whether or not to even give any air to this nonsense that these mentally deficient people on Talk TV and other places have brought up because, they have their brains shoved really far up their rear, I guess. So let's set the record straight here. There is confusion, I guess, on behalf of those people about the house of Balenciaga. Balenciaga, the fashion house, didn't get canceled. What happened was its previous creative director, Debna, became the center of controversy after a marketing campaign that was widely criticized for poor judgment. I would say worse than poor judgment, really. It was his team's creative direction, not the entire company, that caused outrage. Balenciaga, as a global fashion house, responded by changing leadership. That's where Pierpaolo Piccioli comes in, a highly respected designer known for his years at Valentino, where he built a reputation for artistry, inclusion, and quiet elegance. So when Meghan Sussex attended the Balenciaga show, she wasn't endorsing the scandal or aligning herself with any of that. She was supporting the new chapter under a completely different creative director, someone she has collaborated with for years and whose values align with her own. I mean, if you don't get that, I can't help you. But if you want me to simplify it even more, let me simplify it for you even more. Let's say you work at a company. Let's say the company is called TV Talk. And in TV Talk, you've got a boss. And it's a news team. It's five of you. And the boss at TV Talk is pretty obnoxious, is sexist, racist, has said some things, done some things that are not acceptable at all. At all. So it all comes to light. And the owners of the company, or the head, the head CEO, tells your boss, the leader of your group, it's time to go because you didn't. This is not what this company is about here at TV Talk, right? So that person is gone. The company hires someone new to manage that group. Okay? To manage that group. So, do you still not get it? So, Meghan, let's say, went to give her support to the new boss, the new person. Are you still not getting it? Look, this is something quite frequent in the fashion industry. They'll hire a up and coming designer that has promised, that had one really great season. One of these big houses will hire them to sort of infuse vitality into the brand. And sometimes it doesn't go well, right? And then the brand, the house will say, look, this is not working. Thank you, goodbye. And they'll hire someone new. Each creative director, that's why it's called creative director, comes with their own ideas, their own way of seeing the brand and the company and where they want to take it. It's like any other CEO of an organization. So the other thing that I find fascinating is that it seems like it's only Meghan who has to bear the sins of this former creative director. I mean, Anna Winter was there, Tracy Ellis Ross was there, and a whole bunch of other people were there. So how come it's only Meghan that you're talking about? That she's supporting this disgusting stuff. You folks have serious problems, man. Serious problems. And you should get help because uh, it's starting to show. It is starting to show. Well, my dear friends, the ones who do get it, my wonderful familia of Majesty Sussex report, we come to the end of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it took you away from your daily routine and things that you worry about. And I hope I brought you the information and made it a little bit entertaining and informative as best as I could or can. If you are new around here and you discovered us just by accident, listen, there's no accidents, okay? You're here to click on that thing that says subscribe. Subscribe, come on, subscribe. Our goal is to reach 2.5 million by the end of this month. What's in my tea? I guess I must be drunk. Can you folks imagine? Can you imagine? Oh, okay. So subscribe anyways. Subscribe, okay? And for my legacy subscribers who are the backbone with our members of the royal court, backbone of this little channel that just keeps going, doing its thing. Do your thing, do your thing. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching the videos, liking, commenting. So continue to do all of that, people. Please, 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 please. I've discovered that the channel is not being pushed out as I would like it to be because people are only staying on the videos not enough time. So the algorithm thinks that no one likes Majesty Sussex Report. So it's not been pushed out. So I'll give you an example really quickly. This video, for example, it's about 30 minutes or so, or a little bit more. So if you only watch 6 minutes of it, and the average watch time is 6 minutes in total, that tells YouTube or the algorithm that the material is not good. No one really wants to watch it. If you have 30 minutes of content and people are only watching 6 to 7 minutes of it, it tells a very clear story to the algorithm that the material is not good. People don't want to watch it. So the algorithm does not push it out. Because in the last few weeks, months or so, I've noticed that like even views have gone down dramatically. And I thought it was just a temporary thing. I was like, okay, I wonder why this is happening. I mean, I didn't change that much. um, so I started to look deeper into the analytics of the channel and discovered that people are not watching the videos, not even half of them. They're just sort of clicking on it and spending a few minutes, and then I would honestly prefer them to not click on it because it's really telling the algorithm that people don't like the channel. So it's not getting any traction. It's getting very low likes, views, and therefore the algorithm is not pushing the channel. It's starting to bury the channel. And that, I'll be honest with you folks, I wasn't planning to say this today, but anyways, I'm on the topic now. It kind of hurts. It really does. It kind of hurts because I put a lot into what I do, for you, and I take pride on presenting. Okay, I wasn't going to talk about this. I'm going to stop because I'm not prepared to talk about it. It was on my mind, and now I'm blabbering about it. Let me go back to what I was saying. Please subscribe and like and watch as much as you would like to watch, and hopefully you'll watch the entire thing. Thank you so very much. Please take care of yourselves. Be kind. Be kind to yourself and be kind to your loved ones and to that stranger who may be crossing your path. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Until we speak again. Bye for now.
Sous les lumières de Paris, elle revient douce magie. Son pas léger sur les pavés, le vent murmure son nom secret. Bienvenue à Paris, Meghan. The city shines when you arrive. Les roses dansent, les cœurs s'élancent. You make the city of light alive. The Seine remembers every glance of stories dressed in elegance. Balenciaga dreams unfold as cameras flash like threads of gold. Oh, la belle étrangère, libre, sincère lumière, Paris t'embrasse encore comme une muse qu'on adore. Bienvenue à Paris, Meghan. Your grace a timeless flame. Les étoiles chantent ton nom. Paris is never quite the same. Sous les étoiles, bienvenue à Paris.